Okay. We are live, Chuck.
All right, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Good evening, April Showers on the Truth Radio. Good evening, Lady of Illusion. We come to you today with another topic um, called Thoughts of on Andrea Kelly, the ex-wife of R&B King R. Kelly. So I will begin with introducing my two lovely co-hosts. DJ April Showers of the Truth Radio and DRT Radio FM, and my lovely new co-host, Lady of Illusion. Good evening, everyone.
Hello, everyone. How are you, DJ?
I'm fine. How are
And
you?
how are you? And I'm getting ready to go out and come back in. Y'all keep going because I can hear that echo.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be right back. Keep going, Chuck.
So, how are you today, Lady of Illusion?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. Getting ready to start this Thanksgiving dinner after, this. So I'm doing pretty well. I'm blessed. I have no complaints whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we are going to jump into thoughts on Andrea Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the past few days, she's been in the media a
Okay.
lot. She's
I came
doing
in to
this new.
apologize. I had a 3 o'clock appointment and then we were going to do a 3 o'clock show. Okay. My apologies.
No problem. Uh, Drea's been in the news a lot because she's doing a reality TV show. Don't even know the
Okay.
name of it. That's how much I care. Um, but Robert Kelly's fans have been very upset over the things that she's been saying about him. And I saw her in one short part of an interview, and she was saying, "Well, it does. I will use his name because his name gets attention. If my name were Jones, no one would be calling me for interviews." Um, and she said, "I'm going to use his name as long as it gets me interviews to bring awareness about abuse." Now, my problem with that is this. You've been divorced from the man for 10 years. You haven't been using the name to get attention for abused women for 10 years. Why now?
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree it's her name, allegedly. I don't see how it's still her name when she got married again and divorced, but okay. I believe she keeps the Kelly name, like she said, just for clout. I don't understand why you would want to have your name linked to abuser and a pedophile.
That's true.
So
So,
I just, I wanted to know if there was anyone out there who had any thoughts about it. And then again, she said she was doing it for one of the victims. She said, "I'm doing it for Geronda Pace." And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. As if Geronda can't do anything on her own. I believe that she sued R. Kelly successfully twice. So
uh-huh.
I don't understand why Drea would have to do anything for Geronda. She wasn't doing anything for Geronda when Geronda was claiming to be abused by him. She wasn't doing anything for Geronda when Geronda sued him the first or second time, you know.
Okay.
So I don't understand any of it. I get that she somehow feels wronged, and I can't say that R. Kelly didn't abuse her. I wasn't there. I don't know.
Right. I,
But
I
I
myself
think
can't.
that if, I don't know, it just all seems very weird to me. Why would you wait until he has these charges to start advocating for abused women. If I were in an abusive relationship and I got out and I wanted to advocate for women, I would have done it as soon as I got out. She's been out 10 years. You've
Right.
never advocated for abuse victims before. And
That's the
then
truth.
I also have a problem with, listen, if she was abused, she has every right to speak out, to do whatever she wants to do.
Okay.
But as a mother, I don't know that I would be doing a bash my children's father tour. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I Because regardless of what he's done, he is still their father.
Right.
And I don't know, just as a woman, as have been a wife a few times, a mom, I would never publicly say anything negative about the father of my children,
Mhm.
regardless of what I felt. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because whatever went on between her and her husband, that was between her and him. It should have nothing to do with the children.
Correct.
And I'm
They
sure
should have.
they have to feel some type of way. Their father is in jail. He's being publicly paraded as, this monster. They
Mhm.
have to feel some way about that. Then here's their mom. I feel bad for the children, and I don't speak on his children because they're not a part of any of this. And I just don't agree. I don't think that they should be spoke upon, but they have to feel some type of way on both ends, for their father and for their mother. I
Yeah.
just think that real women, real mothers, protect their children at all costs.
I agree with you. I mean, I feel that it should be. I mean, I understand they have his children, her children, will absolutely feel a certain way about the whole ordeal, but they could have also kept it among themselves.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. She because these children, his daughter had said she attempted suicide more than once. You
Yeah.
don't know what goes on in these children's minds. You don't know how other children can be cruel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they get ridiculed about their father, by social media, you know, by people that they encounter. So it
Right.
has to be already a very difficult situation for them to be in. As a mom, I would not add to that.
Yeah. Like you said, I mean, it would definitely have to be a difficult situation for the children itself.
It has to be, because this is your father. And, his daughter said, "Don't get me wrong, I love my dad." Of course, you love your dad. So it has to be hard for them to love their dad, but have to live with their mom, and try to support their mom in what she feels is her right and her story to tell. But you're telling this story about their dad.
Right.
So they're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have to be very conflicted, I would think. And that's
Yes.
just
I mean,
my opinion. I would
Yeah,
think that they would be very conflicted. So, as a mother, I would do absolutely nothing to add to their confusion, to add to their conflict. I just wouldn't.
yeah.
You know, if
Like,
I had a real problem with him, I would get on that visitors list and I would visit him every visiting day and tell him exactly how I felt. But I would leave my children out of it.
yeah. I mean, like you said, I mean, that's their father. Like any child would have concern about their father. But like you said,
Absolutely.
she should have took into consideration of the circumstances of talking to him.
Exactly. I don't, I'm not the person. I do not like it. One of the things I dislike most and I don't even call them women. What I dislike most are females who use their children against their fathers.
Hmm.
I just think that is the poorest thing that you can do. Um, Women who bash their children's fathers to them, I think it's absolutely unnecessary. You know, I hear women say, "Oh, well, he won't pay child support because he can't see them because he doesn't pay child support." Well, I don't feel that's your call. That's not your father. I don't feel that you, as a parent, should be making that call.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
So
don't like to see any female publicly bashing the father of their children. You married the man. You were married to the man for many years. You've been divorced for many years. Are you really, after 10 years, are you really that bitter? You haven't, she's had her mouth shut for 10 years.
right. My question is, why did she take so long?
Hey, maybe because nobody was doing interviews or making TV shows. I don't know. That's just personally how I feel. I feel that she only started talking because if she told her alleged truth, she'd be included in the documentary.
Yeah. So is she that bitter of the documentary, or is it that other people have put information in her ear?
I don't know what someone else could tell her about her husband. She
That's
lived with
true.
him. She knew what it was. She dated him before she married him. She was on tour with him before she married him. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She
She was
knew
all.
the ins and outs of everything. She was there.
She was always
You know,
with him, being a
it
background dancer, became his
well,
choreographer.
she wasn't always with him because he kept them all separated.
Okay.
You know, like dancers couldn't talk to singers, they couldn't be around each other until they were performing, that type of thing. But again, these were all things that she knew before she married him because she was a part of it.
That's true.
So I don't understand why, after 10 years of divorce, that you're now so adamant about advocating for abuse victims when you never advocated for them before there was a check involved.
Thank you. So all of a sudden,
So I'm not saying that she's not an abuse victim. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that her timing is suspect. to me. Just my opinion.
Very, very suspect. I agree with you.
And I just wanted to
But
know if there was anyone out there who felt the same way.
I mean, like you said, after 10 years,
10 years she's been divorced,
10 year
you
divorce,
know?
10 year
10
divorce,
years she's been divorced, you know. And then I once heard her say, "Well, I couldn't talk because of the DNA, which is I'm sorry, the NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement." Well, you still have the non-disclosure agreement. It didn't dissolve. So, but yet you're talking. So that makes no sense whatsoever. You broke the
right?
non-disclosure agreement when you started talking for a check. So why didn't you break it before?
Right.
You have the same agreement.
My thing is 10 year divorce, but she
10
still
years
wants,
divorce.
but she
He
still wants the cup. She still wants to carry the name. Why?
still wants and she has been married again. Why didn't you keep his name?
That's the question that the people want to know. How did she keep his name?
Why did you keep his name? This is a pedophile. This is a man who abused you. This is a man who hog-tied you. This is a man who made you crawl. According to her, these are her claims. These are the
Right.
things that she said out of her mouth.
Exactly.
Okay. So now, after years of all of this abuse that you're claiming, why do you want the man's name?
That's a good question.
Why do
That's
you
what
want
his
this man's name?
that's what his fans want to know. Why do she still want the name?
Okay, I'm back. Is there not an echo, right?
No, no echo. You sound
Okay.
great.
Okay. Okay, so Chuck, bring me up to speed.
So basically, we just trying to figure out why Andrea still wants Rob last name.
Because she's a fucking hustler. Okay? She hustling off of his name. That's what she doing. She's hustling off his name. That's why.
I
That
agree.
name it will
I agree.
give her money for the rest of her life, and that's why. She hustling his name for money, fame, and status and fake crocodile tears. So that's why she's keeping the Kelly name. Our Kelly name
So
will bring money to her as long as she's living.
so after 10 years, why? And the people want to know, and his fans want to know
Right.
I
why.
You
know.
know,
Well,
it
what I did yesterday is um is on her post, and I think I sent that to y'all. And I told her, and I actually put my phone number in there because it's like I
oh, you
said,
didn't send
please
that to
don't
me.
block me. You can contact me. And I said, I would like to know you as this woman from Chicago. It was known, well known fact that you were picking up women to have threesomes with. Now everybody knew this in the city of Chicago.
Did
And
you
I just
tell
want
her
her,
that? Wait, did you say
yes,
that to
in those
her?
comments. I sent it to you.
Oh, no, you didn't send that to me. You did
I put
not
it in
send
her
that to
comments.
me.
I screenshot it and I said the fans want to know.
You didn't
And
send
I
that to
said,
me.
I told her, I didn't I send that to you, Chuck? All of the comments I made?
I have a lot of
You didn't
Yeah,
send
comments.
me any comments, dear. You sent
I
me
Okay,
some links and I
I'll
watched
send them.
her.
I'll send them. And
Yeah,
I
send me.
really
Woo!
wish that I was at home on my computer and I could show them. And then I commented. I said, Andrea, I said, I would like to know when you were married to Rob, you knew the issues he had. Why didn't you get him help? And I don't want people to say, you can't make a grown man do something. You can't make them do this. Let me tell you something.
Hmm.
That 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 lady, because I'm trying to be nice. That lady was his wife. She
Exactly.
was in a position, and I don't care what nobody said, because Negro, this how this gonna go down,
Exactly.
or I'm going to expose you. It wouldn't have been a
Exactly.
choice.
Exactly.
I'm your wife. We gonna make this work, and I'm gonna stand behind you. But there's some shit that you got to do. You got to go get counseling. She knew he was molested and had been violated.
Right.
She knew
She
he
knew
could
he
not
couldn't
read
read
and
and
write.
write. Exactly. And you
And
know,
so
right.
there is no excuse, and I don't want to hear you can't make somebody do something. She was his wife. She was in a position that nobody else has ever been in. Be- and that's the sad part, because I look at people like Ozzy Osbourne. You know, his wife done stood by him sharing, and y'all know he been a druggie and an alcoholic.
She's a saint. Saint
But
Sharon is what I call her. Because
yeah,
Ozzy was something else, baby.
yeah. Okay, Chuck,
yep,
DJ Chuck.
yes.
Okay, click on the comments and see what it says. When you click on it, does it say show?
I don't see any comments at all.
Hmm.
On
Okay,
the
Okay,
that's
internet,
I
on
weird.
see.
the internet
I
right
see
now, it
yours.
says
Okay,
that
but so
People
I
are
it
guess
says
I'm the
cooking.
only one. Okay.
People are cooking their Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, and they're listening. You see the number up there. We got 6 people listening to us, but that's fine because they'll listen afterwards. But yes, that's what I did. I wrote that on her chat because I'm just tired of this woman and all of her moves she makes. You know, she does them like she's still like, if I want to grieve about this for the rest of my life, I can do it. No, baby, get over it and move on.
First of all, what is she grieving over? Nobody's died. What is she grieving over?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. Okay. I don't know. And
But
then,
like
I agree with you. I agree with you, April. You know,
uh,
we who are wives have been wives. We know what it is. As a wife, when you put your foot down, that's it. That's all.
that's it.
Because you're right. She could have made him go to counseling. She could have. You
She
know,
could have forced his
in a
hand.
marriage, absolutely. You can absolutely force their hand, especially in a situation such as that. He is the king of R&B. He does not want his secrets out to the public. Okay, yes. Is it blackmail? Yes. So what? If this is going to get you help, then I'm blackmailing you. Because had she done that, we wouldn't be here right now. He wouldn't be there where he is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
he he was the king of R&B at the time. She was his wife. She
And
was
she
the
could have forced his hand.
she was supposed to go get him the best possible help he can get.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, she didn't do that. So now here we are with these
And the
questions.
thing is,
It's
nobody
crazy.
did it. Nobody did it. And
Correct.
that is my problem in all of this. I've said a million times, I believe he's guilty. I do. But I also believe that he is a victim, that he is, he has some, I would even say, developmental issues. Um, he has a disability.
I definitely agree with that. That's an excellent point.
He has a disability. And I don't believe, and nobody has ever protected him. No one has ever gave him any real help. Nobody, not his mom,
Yes.
not his family members, not any of his women, his wives, nobody. None of his boys said, hey, you need to leave these little girls alone.
Right. I
Or
believe.
I'm going to tell. Because, see, it's always the or. I hear people that were around him say, well, we tried to talk to him. No, you don't talk to somebody like that. You give them an ultimatum. It's either this or that.
Yes, I believe he had some type of disability at an early age,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
sadly, no relative or a friend got him any help.
Exactly. So when you are messed up, either mentally, physically, whatever it is, then that's just what it is. And
Very
everyone
true.
around him knew he had issues. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't be around
Yeah.
him and not know he didn't have issues unless
Right. How
you
could
had
people?
issues.
How could people be around him and not notice that there was something different about him?
Listen, everybody that was around him knew it was something different about him. And anybody who says anything different, they're just lying, period.
My
April, did you
thing
know it was something different about him?
is,
Everyone around him knew. It was, you could not know.
Yeah.
You
April, did
could
you notice?
not
Did you
know.
notice things about him?
April, you okay?
Is, is he still there?
She's still there. But April is very connected to him. April knows him. April knows him well. And it's very hard for her.
Mhm.
You understand? And I get it. I really do get it.
I get it.
It's very hard for her, to think about some things and to hear some things. I think we just lost her. She's not here anymore.
But
Uh,
like you said,
and 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 I really do get that. It's very disheartening for me that the music will stop. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I hate the fact that he won't be making music anymore. And I wish there were a way for people to separate the art from the artist, because the art is legendary.
Yes,
His
it is.
music is legendary. And it's really sad that all has to come to an end.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a musical genius that has wrote for the best of them.
Absolutely.
and you
Absolutely.
take you
Has
and
wrote
people.
every genre, has revived careers, you know, made
Yeah,
careers.
made careers.
Yes,
We discovered careers.
exactly. Like I said, he revived many of them, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take
Well,
that gift. They're gonna take that gift away from him.
yeah.
They can't take the gift away. The gift was given by God. Nobody can take that away. But to
That's
They
very
want
take
to.
true.
his music away, you know, from the world, to me, that's the saddest thing ever. It is the saddest thing ever.
Saddest thing ever to
And
even
Yeah.
to,
to mute his music. That's
yeah,
just sad.
it really is. It is the saddest thing ever. And to think that his ex wife, instead of fighting for her children's legacy, you know, she'd rather get a low budget check from a scandal rag. I don't get it. I just don't get it. If I
Right.
were going to use his name, first of all, you got three Kelly children. You don't need to use his name for a damn thing. You own three people who have his name.
I mean,
You know,
imagine what the children have to go through.
exactly, exactly. And it's really sad that they're between the mom and the dad that way. And it's really sad that she can't be woman enough to be a real mother, you know, and
Yeah.
not do this tour of bashing their father or telling her truth to the public. You haven't told it in 10 years.
Well, doing all these interviews.
This is what I'm saying. She's doing all these interviews. Now she's on another, uh, I guess, reality show.
I told you she hustling off his name. She
Well,
is
yeah,
hustling off his name.
of
She,
course she is,
she'll
because
do this.
what else
She's
can
back
she
in the
do?
spotlight again. She don't care. She don't care about him. She don't care about those kids as far as I'm concerned. She only caring about her. This is her time now where she feel like she can shine. She the superstar now. She needs some professional help.
I wouldn't say she don't care about her kids and herself, but
Well, let
she
me tell you something. You wouldn't say she don't care about him. Okay. Well, maybe I can say the acts that she does makes it seem like she does not care about her children.
There you go.
Because first of all, I would have never helped anybody bring him down with all of the money that he was worth. I would have never helped them.
well,
And
all she had to say is if someone asks her that question, all she had to say is I can't answer that.
All she had to say is it ain't your business. It's not your
right.
business, period. You know, I
But she says that now. She says she got blood, sweat, and tears with that name. Blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
it's funny.
So
It's just, it's sad, but it's funny. But I would not have answered the question. I wouldn't care if he wasn't worth a dime.
that's true.
That is the
So
father of my children. I have
so you both
children with
feel
this man. I have to
so
think about my children.
so you both feel of that of her response that she doesn't care about her children?
I'm not saying she don't care about her children.
I'm sure
She's
she
doing
loves her
selfish
children.
acts, but
Right.
she's
I'm
selfish.
sure
It's
that she
all about
loves her
her now.
children.
You just
But
said,
Okay.
you just
no,
said
she
that.
did say that, but she corrected that. She did say that,
Okay.
but she
Thank you.
Chuck,
corrected that.
this is what I'm saying. Okay, let me finish. What I'm saying is, okay, because I'm going to make that correction.
You
The
just
things
said
that
that you
she
feel
does,
that she doesn't care about her children. I'm just repeating the
the
question
acts,
that you said.
yeah, okay. So, what I'm trying to say, Chuck, is the things that she do, like going around bashing him, okay, those
That
are
doesn't
all
mean that she
selfish
doesn't
acts.
necessarily care about her children. Is
Yes,
what
it
I'm
does.
saying.
It
It's not
doesn't.
that she don't care about him. She's only thinking about her. Because if she cared about her children, she would not want her children to really know anything. I mean, your daddy, this is what's going on. But you would not be a contributing person to bring their father down.
I agree with that 100% because I just feel like what happens between a mom and dad, husband and wife should stay that way. You know, her out talking about sex and he hogtied me and he made me crawl and he locked me in rooms. And first she said it never happened. I didn't know anything. If I had known any of that was going on, and we all know she's a liar, you knew exactly what was going on.
But that still doesn't clarify that she doesn't care about her children.
I'm sorry. I disagree. I disagree. Because as a mother, you do whatever is necessary to protect your children, to make sure they are whole and happy. You know, that's what you do as a mom.
Correct.
You understand? You don't
But
go
her,
out.
but her,
You don't go out and
but her
bash your children's
explaining,
father
but her
publicly.
explain, but with her explaining, Lady Alluda, about their father, that doesn't clarify that she doesn't care about her children. She just
It does to
explaining what
me.
she just
It
explaining
does
what
to me.
happened to her.
But see, as a mother, there is supposed to be boundaries between parents and children. As a
But that still
mother,
doesn't give the fact that she doesn't care about her
I don't
children.
think she cares because if she cared about her children, she wouldn't be out there doing what she's doing. I don't think that she cares. I'm sorry, I don't.
I'm,
And that's what it means to me. That's exactly what it means to me. Because I'm
I
going to
mean,
tell you something. When my ex husband was out on drugs, I never discussed that with our children. When he was in the dope house, when he didn't show up for birthdays, when he didn't come home, daddy's working a double. When he was too high to be at the birthday party, when he forgot the kids' birthdays, you know what I did? Whatever they wanted most, that's what I got and said, Daddy got you this, because that's what you do as a mother.
Exactly.
That's what
as,
you do as a mother. You
as,
protect them. You don't hurt them. Damn the
as,
truth. They don't
as
need to know your truth.
with her being their mother and what she had to endure with her ex-husband, that, in my opinion, that still doesn't clarify that she doesn't love her children. As a parent,
Okay.
she's supposed to protect her children. What happened between her and her ex-husband, that does not clarify that she doesn't love her children. She
I'm
just giving the
sorry. It
people,
does.
she just
It
telling
does.
the
It does
Okay.
people
to me.
Okay. Hold
It
up.
does
of,
to
Hold
me.
up. Okay.
Because if
So
you
Chuck
care
Chuck
about your
says
children,
right.
you don't put things out there that will hurt them.
How do we know?
Because every
How do
every time,
You don't think
every
that
time
hurts
she
those
does this
kids?
show,
You don't think that hurts those kids? Everybody in the world has turned against their father. And here you got
uh,
my mama doing
I'm
the
not
same thing. You
saying
don't think they're hurt by that?
you're cutting me up. I'm not
I'm
saying
sorry.
that it actually hurt her children. I'm just responding into what April Showers said. I never said she doesn't like her children or
No,
she
I didn't
doesn't
say
love
she
her
didn't.
children.
I didn't say she
I
didn't love
believe
her
that she
children.
does. I
I
believe
believe
that
she
she
loves them.
does.
I don't think she care about them. I think she care more about a check than she care about her children's well-being. Let me put it that way. I think she cares more about a check and fame and clout than she does her children's well-being.
Now,
Point
if she
blank,
does,
period.
if she
okay.
does,
Let me know
that's
when
a
I can speak, Chuck.
if if she does, Lady Loser, that's a bad parent situation to be in. Now, April Showers, you can elaborate on what exactly you were saying. Me, I
Okay.
think she loves her children. I could be
Okay.
wrong. It's
I feel
okay.
like this.
It's okay to agree to disagree. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
It
what we
is
all doing.
okay. Absolutely.
Hello, Miss Fly. Thank you for dropping in. Okay, this is how I feel,
Miss Fly
and this is what I was
85.
saying.
Hi.
It's all about Andrea Kelly now. Fuck everybody. I'm getting my shot at the fame, but the things that she are doing are not things that real mothers do. So
I agree.
that's why we say she can't care about her kids. Now,
I don't.
I'm not
I
saying
don't.
she don't love her kids, but you know, do you know that this woman was the talk yesterday, all today, all on social media, all on the news? Those kids got to relive all of this stuff all over
Exactly.
again.
I don't
Exactly.
think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think a lot of parents would agree with that.
Oh, I think a lot of women would agree with that.
Uh oh,
See,
read the comment, Chuck.
yeah,
Read the
it says
comment,
I
Chuck.
agree with the women. She is a cloud chaser. You see, Chuck, there is women, especially real mothers.
There's a lot of
We
real
feel
mothers.
a way. It is
There's
a
a lot
lot
of
of
real
real
mothers,
mothers. There
and
is a lot of real mothers. I'm not saying there isn't.
and
This is my point.
hello to everyone in the chat. But yes, in
My
response to
point is
your,
this: as mothers, we feel differently than fathers. We just do. Not saying that we love our children more or anything like that. I'm just saying that I believe that real mothers are more, how can I put it? I don't even know how to put it. I think that
But
real
I know what
mothers,
you're saying. They're just
you,
real mothers are protective.
we are
Chuck,
protective, and
Chuck.
and we pride ourselves in being real mothers. You see, fathers do what they want to do. Mothers do what they have to do. A man
there's
can
fa-
always a man can always justify to himself and attempt to justify to others why he doesn't do what he doesn't do for his
there,
children. I've
there's
heard men
fathers,
say a million
there's
times, I don't pay
there's
child
fathers,
support because
there's
she don't
fathers,
even let me see him. Let
there
me
is
finish.
fathers that does a lot.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I've heard men a million times say, I don't pay child support because she won't even let me see him. Well, you know what? I can't look at my child and say, you can't eat today because your daddy didn't pay child support. I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't look at my
Chuck,
child and
Chuck,
say, you can't have no shoes because your daddy didn't pay child support. I got to make it happen. Child
and
support,
then
no
what
child
I'm
support,
saying
daddy
is,
or no daddy. I got to make it
yeah,
happen.
and
Men
what
will
I'm saying is,
justify what they don't do. I don't care if you see your kid or not. You know he got to eat every day. I've
and vice
heard men say,
versa,
I didn't get him. I didn't know. I don't know what he needs. He
and,
needs the
and,
same
and vice
thing you
and
need.
vice versa, and vice versa. So how could you feel when children um
Miss Fly
question?
85 says she should have stood by Robert for her kids. Absolutely.
So
You are
okay,
absolutely
how do you
okay.
correct.
feel when children question their fathers about what their moms are not doing? It's vice versa.
It is. It does happen, but you can't say, nobody can say
It
in
has to be.
honesty, nobody can say in honesty that it is overwhelmingly fathers. That's just like if you get into an argument with your wife,
Well, I never been
he'll
married,
get in
so
the well,
I never been married, so I haven't been in an argument with my
okay,
wife.
let me tell you how this goes down. When you're married and you have children and you two get in an argument, he'll get mad and walk out the door. He don't think about taking his kids with him when he walk out the door. He just get mad and walk out the door.
Not all of
You in
them.
that same argument when they do. When they do, sure they do. It
Not
ain't
all
it
of
ain't a
them.
man, it ain't a man nowhere that ain't never got mad and walked out the door. Not nowhere. In that same argument, if I, as a mother, get mad and get ready to walk out the door, I got to take my kids with me.
And a lot of them doesn't do
Or
that.
if I
What I'm
walk
saying.
out the door and don't take my kids with me, he on the phone. You know, she got mad and left these kids like they not his. But you get mad and walk out and leave them all the time.
How about the ones that when they father say, "Man, you know, my wife been out all night. She ain't called, texted, said nothing." How about those?
He a damn fool. Because I'm not married to nothing. You stay out all night on me, you better be in the damn hospital or jail. Because when that son came up and she wasn't there, first of all, at 1 in the morning, I'm packing. By 1 o'clock, I'm packing.
Chuck, read the comments.
She
I'm
is a
reading the
sorry
comment.
excuse for a
I'm
mother
letting
to
I'm
turn her
letting her
kids against their father. Absolutely.
I'm letting her
Absolutely.
Hello,
explain.
Big Red.
I'm letting
Okay,
her
can I
explain
say
herself.
something now?
Go right
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. So what we're saying is we're a different breed of mother. I could have been in the limelight if I wanted to. That's not the
Hmm.
life that I chose because I wanted to be a mother to my
Exactly.
son.
Exactly.
Okay. So,
Exactly.
along with being a mother to a child means protecting them. Chuck, why do you think you find out family secrets later on that, oh, that wasn't really her daddy? That wasn't really the daddy, but the
Or whatever
man
the
raised
secret
him.
was.
That wasn't
He
even his
wasn't really
kid.
he wasn't really in the army, he was in jail, that type of shit. It's because your mother's protected you from that info.
Right. And so um you just find out all this different stuff. We're not saying that she don't love her kids. What I'm saying is everything that she is doing now
It's for
makes
her.
her look like, okay, first of all, she hustling his name. Okay, she hustling his name. Then you're bringing all of this stuff up to come back in the media. The kids got to read that. They got to hear that. They got to see that. Now they got to be relived everything. Then now their friends are gonna be talking. Your mom was on
Exactly.
this. You know, that's
Exactly.
what we are trying to say. Like you know, you just don't air your dirty laundry. And me personally, I don't understand how she can even be on any type of show because everybody knows that she used to go pick up women for them. I mean, she was right there. And I feel like this woman might be testifying against him. That's how I feel. She is
Mm.
a
That
bitter, yeah. But I understand where you coming from. You just trying to say the actions don't necessarily mean she don't love her kids.
We're not
But
saying she don't love her kids.
we,
What we're
we're
saying
just
is
saying
at this
that
point,
a decent
she's not putting their well-being ahead of hers. That's all we're saying. At this point, she is not putting the well-being of her children above what she wants.
it's all about her now. She's letting you see. I'm carrying his name, my blood, sweat, and tears. She going on shows, she's sobbing. People gonna pay her for interviews. But then your kids, they are at home. They got their friends calling them. Like,
of course
it's
people
crazy.
April.
They're on social
April.
media. They're being attacked. They're kids. They want to be on social media like every other kid.
April and Lady Aluja.
Okay,
Of course
let's be
people
quiet. Let Chuck talk.
of course of course people are going to pay her to do interviews. When I say interviews, I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about major corporations. They're
Yes,
gonna pay her. They're
Yeah,
gonna pay her to tell her story because this man is a high profile person. Now,
exactly.
people
exactly.
may not agree with everything that she's putting out there, but that's that is what she's doing right now. And I don't know
She's
all the
hustling
answers.
off of his name. She's hustling. She,
April. I don't know all the answers. I'm just
okay,
going by I'm just going by what I see. Now,
Right.
okay.
you all may disagree with me as far as me saying that I don't think her actions clarify that she don't love her children.
We're not
And I
saying she don't love
understand.
her children. We're
Let
not
me finish.
saying she
Let
does
me
not love them. We're
Okay,
let
we're
saying
me
gonna
that she
move
finish.
is
on.
not
We're
Let
gonna
me
putting
move
them
on.
finish.
first.
Let me
Okay,
finish.
okay.
I'm not
So,
saying.
so, okay,
Let him
yeah.
finish. Let him
Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no,
You all have
please
the
No,
mic.
you
Go
finish.
ahead.
finish.
Go
You
ahead.
Finish.
finish.
No. Go ahead. I'm listening because I'm constantly getting cutting you off. All I'm saying
We're
Okay,
is
I'm
that
sorry.
sorry.
We
We're
all
trying.
sorry.
I'm saying all I'm saying is that her actions, and even if other parents disagree with me, her actions doesn't necessarily clarify that she doesn't love her children. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not in the back and forth disagreement or agreement. I'm just saying to me, her actions doesn't necessarily clarify that she doesn't love her children. That's all I was saying. You have the right to speak your opinion.
Right. And I respect your opinion, but we're not saying she don't love the kids. We're just saying at this point it's all about her. She's selfish and she's not thinking about the kids' well-being and their mental state.
Exactly. Because if my child attempted to
How could
commit
she? Okay,
suicide,
so in
which her
response to that
daughter
question,
has said, I tried to kill myself twice since this happened.
in response to that question, April,
Okay.
what is it that makes you think she's not caring about the well-being of her children? And
Because
even the people, not to be cutting you off, even the people in the chat, if they have that answer, they can type that answer in the chat.
Okay, Chuck, this is
I
why I
was
can
so
say
for
that.
Kelly. Hi.
She, since this has begun, Chuck, her kids have tried to commit suicide. That's what we're
That's
saying.
that's understandable, but that still doesn't mean she doesn't care about her children. You all have to put yourself in their shoes
Oh, I do.
of
Oh, I do. As a
about
mom, I absolutely do.
of what they have to deal with on an everyday life basis.
Exactly.
But
And with
I
what they have to
understand that.
deal with on an everyday life basis, with everything that they're dealing with concerning their father, why would
Exactly.
I, as their mother, why would I, as their mother, caring about their well being, contribute to that? That's not caring about their well being if I'm out here contributing to their pain.
How do you
How am
know
I
that she's
caring
not?
about my child if I'm out here contributing to their
How
pain
how do
concerning
you
their
actually,
father?
Lady Evolution? How do you actually know that she's not caring for the well-being of her children, of them may having mental illness problem, behavioral problem, suicidal? How do you know that she's not doing that?
Okay, first
We're
of all,
not.
let me go here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how I know. You know how I know? Because she's
Uh,
out here bashing their dad. She's out here putting all their alleged business in the street. She's out here. Here she got her daughter want to be a boy. Her boy want to be a girl.
so maybe that's her way of crying out for help. Did you ever think about that?
Why am I out here bashing my children's father if they're crying out for help? Why?
Do you have
Why?
do you have evidence that he's bashing her ex-husband
Yes.
besides besides the TV shows and other interviews?
What else do I need? What else do I need? Everybody sees the TV shows and the interviews, including her children. So if
Absolutely
she
correct.
does that, so okay,
Absolutely
so
correct.
she's
So
bashing him. Whether she's doing it privately or publicly, publicly is even worse.
she's
Because
doing it public.
privately, nobody has to hear it but them. Publicly, everybody hears it. All their friends, everybody who follows them on social media, everybody they encounter, every school they go to, every class they go to, every extracurricular activity they're in, everybody knows. Iris Soul for Kelly says she is not caring if she has educated them with the wrong information. Well, it could be the right information. But again, in my mind, and maybe because I'm older, I'm old school this way, I feel that there should be a boundary between parents and children. There are things that go on between me and your father that's not your business. Your child.
Mr. Iris Sohokelly, if I'm pronouncing the name right. Can you please explain why you think she's not educating her children the right way?
Irish
Go ahead.
Basoul Kelly, DJ Chuck wants to know um why you made why the statement. He wanted you to explain further.
That's all I got. I just went to the dollar store.
Okay.
I was downstairs talking to the boss.
You know, I would not be anywhere
Are you
near a
right?
microphone,
Hold on. I got these pants.
a
You
television
right here.
camera.
I don't have no more bags.
I wouldn't be on damn
Yeah.
YouTube talking about him
I
if
was just
I
trying.
were her.
Okay. DJ Chuck, hold on. DJ Chuck.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, hold on. I gotta put something. Okay, read this. What this man put on the screen, Lady of Leisure. Read that.
DJ Chuck asked them how what Drea Kelly is speaking on is different from what the other women speak on publicly in domestic violence. There is no difference. The difference is this is her children's father. Okay? These other women are just other women. This is the father of her children. So
And when most women speak on domestic violence, they just say, my ex husband. They don't say their husband's name or nothing.
exactly.
Or they just say,
Exactly.
my boyfriend and everything.
I've seen a
So,
million shows on domestic violence. I have yet once to hear one woman speak their abuser's full name.
okay,
Not
hold
once.
on. Hold on. Let me put the comments. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Read this one to DJ Chuck. DJ
Okay.
Chuck, they're sending messages to you if you can
It
see
says
them.
DJ Chuck, her children are grown. She didn't put stuff in their heads. You don't know that. Her children just became grown. Okay? Her children just became grown. According to her, they've been with her for the past 10 years. You don't know what she's been telling these kids for the past 10 years. We don't know that. Nobody can say that. We weren't there. We're only speaking to what she's doing publicly right now. And when my child, I wouldn't care if they were 22 or 122. That's still my child. So when my child says, I want to commit suicide or I'm trying to commit suicide, I just lost a baby and tried to commit suicide because this was the only thing I had to love. You
Okay.
know,
So,
Okay.
everybody's
so,
Let's
so,
bashing me
hold
over
on.
my dad. Then, as a mom, I'm not speaking about your dad in a negative way.
so
If
you are,
that is causing you pain, I'm not doing that.
so you all think that she haven't took not one initiative of caring for her children.
I didn't say
But,
that.
but
I'm not
I'm just
saying that.
hold on. I'm just saying that based on the question,
Irish for
and
Soul, I'm getting ready to send you the link.
I'm, I'm just
Go ahead,
re,
Chuck.
I'm just responding. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with anybody. I'm just reading the chat of what
Oh,
people
I
are
didn't see
saying
that. I thought you
and
were
the
asking
question
me the
and
question.
the
I thought
question
you were
that people.
posing the question to me. I'm sorry.
I'm just responding. I'm just
Okay,
responding
I thought
to
I
the
didn't
question.
see that in the chat. I thought you were posing the question to me.
No, I'm not opposing questions to anyone. I'm just reading the text of what people are saying and responding and the questions that they were asking. All I was saying for the 15th time that her action does not clarify that she doesn't love her children. That's all I've been saying the whole time.
And all we've been saying for the 15th time, we're not saying that she does not love her children. Nobody is saying she does not love her children. That's not what we're saying. What we are saying is at this point in time, she is putting her well-being above the well-being of her children. That's all we're saying.
But nobody has answered
Okay.
the question. No,
Okay, everybody, let's read the comments. Let's read the comments.
okay, you
I
know
only
what?
see
At
Iris
at
Soul
at
comment. Run
at
them.
Okay.
at this point, I'm just going to listen. I ain't gonna. I'm just gonna listen to you guys respond because I'm constantly getting cut off when I'm trying to explain something. But it's understandable. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
I'm
gonna.
sorry.
No, I'm no.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna sit back
No,
and listen
Chuck,
to what you guys are saying.
Chuck, what I'm trying
No,
to tell you is
no.
people are addressing you in the chat. Look
But
at the chat.
I'm getting my thing is April. I'm getting cutting you off every time I get ready to respond. So I would just sit back and
Oh,
let you guys
okay.
talk.
Well, what about the questions in the chat that people are asking you?
I
Can you
just tried
answer
to
them?
answer those
And we will
questions,
be
but I'm
quiet.
getting constantly getting cutting off.
Okay,
because
I'm
we
I
will
constantly
be
didn't
getting cutting
quiet.
see,
off.
Chuck, I apologize for that. I didn't see the questions in the
I guess
chat.
in
And I
response to
thought
the
you
question,
were asking
okay,
me.
all right.
So I
In, re-
responded
in response
Okay.
to the
Lady
questions that the
Alicia,
people,
let him the question that's addressed to him. Let's
I
be
already
quiet.
answered.
Let him
I
explain.
already, I
Okay,
already
Chuck,
answered.
read that. Read what's in there.
I'm constantly getting cutting off. I already answered the question, April. All I'm saying
Okay.
is her actions and her interviews of what she's doing, it doesn't clarify the fact that she doesn't love her children and that she's not educating them the right way. That's all I'm saying. But I constantly got cut off,
Okay.
so I can't explain my answer. So at this point, I will just let you all talk. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna listen to what you guys are saying
because
and
of the
read the
word
chat room.
Andrea Kelly is considered bashing R. Kelly.
You all go ahead. I'm listening.
Drea Kelly should
No,
practice.
we're reading the comments. I'm putting the comments up now. That's what
Big
I was
Red
telling you.
69 says Drea Kelly should practice like the lioness, protect her cubs at any cost. Agreed, because she does claim to be a lioness. And I agree with that 100%. You know, as moms, we protect our children, period. And
Okay, so Chuck,
definitely,
what do you think about Chuck? And we're gonna be quiet. What do you think about this comment that's on the chat? Be quiet, Lady Alicia, and I'm gonna be quiet. Chuck,
What was the
what do you
comment? I
think
can't.
about that?
What was the comment? I can't see the comment. That's what I'm saying.
You
I'm just
can't?
responding. No, I can't see the comment. I'm just responding to by listening to you all and what you all are saying. I
Oh,
cannot
okay.
see the comment.
So,
That's why I'm saying I'm constantly getting cutting off
oh,
of when I
okay. I'm
respond.
sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to read you the comment. It said, Drea Kelly should practice like the lioness, protect her cubs at any cost.
Dwell Curry to practice like the lion protect her cub at any cost. What do that person mean by that question? I mean, I don't particularly understand the question that he's asked or she's asked.
She's
As a
saying
parent, as, as,
that,
as a parent, as a parent, she's supposed to protect her children at all times.
right,
But but some people feel like she's not doing that or being selfish with her doing all these interviews. Me
right,
personally, me personally, I don't agree with that. But people have opinions.
right.
All
Okay,
I'm saying is, her action doesn't clarify that she doesn't love her children. Now, on the flip side of that, she could have kept a lot of stuff that she has put out to the public private among her and her children, just because of who her ex-husband is. Like I said before in the beginning of the show, he is a high-profile person
absolutely,
because of his profession. So
absolutely,
the media is always going to be questioning her. Whether or not she wants to answer questions, April, they always going to be following her, questioning her, because of who he is. That's all I'm saying.
you know what, Chuck, that is true. I didn't think about it like that, too. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay, so now,
you have,
okay.
you have, you have paparazzi. That's their job to follow people and get information. Sometimes it's not very, very true. That's just like you turn in your TV and you turn on TMZ. Everything they report, it's not true. It's just what somebody has told them, and they reported it. That's all. Go ahead.
You okay? Are you
Go ahead.
finished?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So
Later,
this is
loser.
the next comment. This is the next comment. Read this comment, and then Chuck, you respond. Okay.
Buku talked about committing suicide when she was in her teens before surviving R. Kelly aired. No, Buku just talked about committing suicide um, not even a month ago on Twitter. She wrote an open letter. She said this was the third time. She tried. She said that she had a miscarriage in October, and that she tried to commit suicide because she felt as if that was the only thing she had to love. She wrote a letter to the son that she lost. It was a boy. Um, and she said that she was going to take her life, but that she promised to live on for her son that she lost. She discussed her other suicide attempt when all of this started happening with her dad. She said this was her third time, but yeah, this was last month, so it wasn't when she was in her teens. It was just in October. I read the whole letter she put on Twitter. I read it all.
Okay. So my thoughts on those statements is you've got a daughter that talked about committing suicide when she was in her teens. The thoughts were in her mind. So why would you continue to cause more pain? This is what I'm saying. These are things where you know what? I'm gonna sit back
Yeah, I'll be back in the morning.
and,
Dr. Dre
I'm
came.
not gonna do
Okay.
anything.
Just
I,
call my phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's a live video. They come about Andrea Kelly, but they won't let me say nothing. They keep cutting me off.
They talking about who?
okay,
They
Chuck.
talking about Kelly's wife, Andrea Kelly, with his ex-wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going back. I don't watch Hollywood. I don't watch.
Oh, it was on yesterday.
Yeah, I don't watch. I can't get the app on my phone.
Yeah, it was on yesterday. I don't watch it.
Me, I never watch it.
Yeah, everybody know the show was on.
Yesterday.
Right, except for us.
So we got
I
to.
didn't know. Oh no, somebody told me earlier. I read it somewhere. Somebody sent it to me, but I fell asleep,
And
so
I
I
wish
never
he
got a
would
chance
come
to
back
see it.
in here because I'm trying to.
I think that he had to let someone out.
Okay,
April, he's letting someone out.
okay, all right.
Yeah. Any more comments, April?
Yeah, it's a lot of comments. I'm waiting on him to come back because the comments are addressed to him.
Okay. There he is. Yeah, we
Okay,
April has some
DJ
more
Chuck.
comments addressed to you.
Okay, DJ Chuck. The next thing I'm going to put on the screen, Lady Alicia is going to read it, and then you can respond, and we will be quiet. Okay, Lady Alicia, read that to Chuck.
April and Lady Leisure is offended because it's R. Kelly. Really?
This what he sent to you, Chuck.
They don't know me, do they?
Well, see
It
now.
it says it says
You don't talk, April. He talks. Go
Okay.
it
ahead,
says
DJ.
it says at DJ Chuck, April and Lady Eluda is offended because it's R. Kelly. What your guy? What did you thoughts on that?
I, from looking at it from a mother point, I'm not offended that it's R. Kelly, but I just think it's so much that children can bear from hearing about their parents. My God, that's all I'm saying. I don't care if
Okay,
it's R. Kelly. We're just
I
saying, as a mother protects their children. They, you know, you will be trying not for your kids to hear none of the stuff that's going on. That's my
Hmm.
thought. Okay.
now let me say this because I got a question for Weezy Jefferson. Why would you think I would be offended that it's R. Kelly? You clearly think that I'm an R. Kelly supporter, and I don't know why you would think that. Because I don't want him to go to jail for the rest of his life. I don't want to see any black man locked up for the rest of their life. I believe that R. Kelly is exactly where he should be. I believe that he is guilty. I believe that he needs to pay for the crimes that he has committed. I just don't believe that those crimes constitute life imprisonment. So, no, I'm not offended because it's R. Kelly. I'm offended because she's supposed to be a mother. I'm offended that she has not been an advocate for abuse for 10 years. And she just became this advocate when Surviving R. Kelly came out. She's been divorced from him for 10 years. Why wasn't she an advocate in those 10 years? I'm offended because I read her child's letter last month. And it's clear that these kids got a lot going on. And I think that as a mother, like I said, when you're a father, you can do it, you can justify whatever you do or don't do. But as a mother, your job is to protect your children. And she, like April just said, should be doing everything in her power to minimize whatever it is her kids hear. She certainly should not be the one out there talking. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, DJ Chuck, I'm going to
Okay,
put up
lady.
another comment that's addressed to you.
Okay, okay, lady Illusion. Okay.
All
That
right,
was that was
Chuck.
a that was a big that was a good what the what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Weezy
Breakdown.
Jefferson said,
That was a
DJ
good
Chuck.
breakdown.
Weezy Jefferson
Okay,
says,
Chuck.
DJ Chuck, I address you because your responses are spot on and correct. Well, all right, Weezy.
All
I'm
right now,
clapping
Reezy.
for I'm clapping for DJ Chuck.
All right now.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Now here's another one. Read that one.
DJ Chuck, your insights are correct. That gotta be a man. Weezy
Okay.
Jefferson gotta be a man.
Okay, hold on.
I'm
Okay. Read
sorry.
that one. Read that one.
What Chuck is asking, what proof that you all have that she is bashing R. Kelly? Okay, um,
Who
everything
is
she
it?
said, I watched her, I listened to her, not what somebody said, her. She does YouTube videos, she does interviews. That's the proof. It's her. Okay? Her. Not anyone else, but her.
Okay.
That's the proof. So I just Google her name. You get all her videos.
All right.
She did two or three yesterday, just in one
Hey,
day.
Adrian, how you
She
doing?
did two or three in one day.
Okay.
Woo, Lord.
So Lady but loser.
Yes, sir.
do you actually know or have you read when the first time the daughter became suicidal?
I believe she said that she was a teenager the first time I think she was 16. Don't quote me on that. I could be incorrect about the age, but she
Okay,
said the first time that she attempted suicide, she was a teenager. The second
okay.
time she attempted suicide was after her dad got locked up. And the third time was last month when she lost her baby,
So she started. So okay. So it looks like
according to her
she
letter.
right. According to her letter, it looks like
Right.
she was starting to feel that way at a young age.
Yeah, and I would think, and this is just an opinion,
Okay.
because, you know, she wants to be a boy. So I would think that a lot of that in her teen years
Mhm.
probably had to do with her battle between who she was and who she wanted to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. She didn't have that balance of knowing exactly who she wanted to be.
Exactly. So I think that had a lot to do with it because she was having that battle and she probably didn't know, you know, how to address it, how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Times were so very different just 5 years ago. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And that's a lot of peer pressure of what teenagers deal with
Exactly.
in
Exactly.
this time. In this time, I mean, the suicidal rate is at a oh my god, how
Yeah.
all time rate.
Yeah. It's at an all time high for teens. Yes, it is. I just heard that the other day.
Yeah.
um, in an announcement somewhere. But yeah, and to think on top of that, just like
Mhm.
you said, just the regular peer pressure of being a teen in itself, it's hard for kids. But
Yeah. It
couple
is.
that with her having this identity battle, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
And then, you know, just a couple of years after that, here comes all this stuff about your dad.
Mhm. That's more
And
pressure.
then and then a couple of years after that, you lose your child. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot to deal with
So
at a
it's
young
a
age.
heck of a lot to deal. She's only 22. She said in her letter she's 22. She's only 22. And then,
Mhm.
you know, even before that, even before any of that, your parents got divorced.
Come in.
Divorce
Come in.
is, they say,
Yeah.
is harder on the children than
Come in.
anybody.
Oh,
That's true.
So I would say those kids have been dealing with, and then, you're the child of the
yeah.
king of
And
R&B,
Mhm.
and you're
what
trying to get your singing career going. You know what
Uh
I'm
huh.
saying?
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot for an adult to deal with. Imagine being a child.
Yeah. There's a question from Iris Stoffel Kelly. He wants to know if there's actually a card in number.
No, I sent her the link in Messenger.
It's
Okay.
bashing because it's R. Kelly. Okay, that's your narrative. That's not our narrative. That's your narrative. That's what you're saying. Okay. I wouldn't care if it was John Doe. Really. I wouldn't care if it were John Doe. I believe,
Okay.
and
So
this is my opinion, that as a mother, you should not go out publicly airing Your husband's dirty laundry, the father of your children. That's my belief. I wouldn't care if it was R. Kelly, John Doe, John Smith, Mike Jones. I don't care.
John B.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Right. John B. I don't care.
Mike D.
Okay.
Mike D.
Wait a
I
minute,
mean,
y'all. Let me put up the comments so we can see the comment.
Yeah,
Okay.
she talked
right.
about suicide last year. Yes, she did. She said that after everything happened with her dad, yeah, she did talk about suicide last year. But last month in October, she wrote a whole letter on Twitter saying that she lost her son and saying that she had contemplated suicide yet again, but that wanting to live on for his memory and the love that she felt carrying him, made her think twice about it. But
Hmm.
yeah, she talked about suicide last year.
So,
Okay.
who did she actually write this letter to?
Well, she wrote the letter to her baby that she lost, and
Oh,
she put it
okay,
on
okay.
Twitter. It was like an open letter to her son, and she said all of these things in it.
Hmm.
Excuse me. And I read the letter, and it was just so sad to me.
Uh huh.
So she did the letter on her social media, and then I don't know if she put the letter on Twitter or someone. No, she did, because it was her thing. It was her Twitter account. Yeah. And
Okay.
of course, everybody shared it. Her daughter decided to do it. I don't understand that. She is
Uh,
grown. I don't I don't I
I
don't I don't understand those comments.
Oh,
I
okay.
was I was
Read that.
so for Cuddy. I was so for Cuddy said he said that the letter was so sad it made him cry.
Her daughter, okay, Weezy Jefferson is saying her daughter talked about committing suicide due to cyberbullying back in 2019 when she was on Growing Up Hip Hop. Yes, I never said that she didn't. Never said that she didn't. And you know what? Again, that's your narrative.
So
You're not going to
if you
change
know,
mine.
right. And then to comment on that, if you know your child is suicidal, talking about suicide, why would you do this? You would be trying to protect them not to hear anything. You wouldn't.
What? Why
That's the
would she
only
do
thing
what?
we're saying. If you got a daughter that's suicidal, that
Mhm.
wants to commit suicide because of
Mhm.
all of this stuff that's going on
With your
with
father.
her dad, with your
Right.
father, and your mother is right there along. The mother, only thing we're saying is, and I don't care if it's R. Kelly or anybody, I'm not going to help my child to have suicidal thoughts.
Now let me ask you this, Wheezy Jefferson, since you want to be the correct police. Why? Why was she cyberbullied when she was on Growing Up Hip Hop? Why was she cyberbullied? I think Drea is miserable and trying to get money.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I definitely think she's trying to get money. I don't know if
I
she
agree with you,
miserable.
Chuck.
I don't know if she miserable because she seemed real happy to be getting them coins. But
Well,
She seemed happy.
she
She
seemed
seemed
real
happy to
happy
be
to
in
be
the
getting them
spotlight.
coins.
well, audience and my two co-hosts, I seen an interview.
Mhm.
I watched it.
Mhm.
I listened to it.
Mhm.
I seen the body movement,
Mm.
the
Body language,
sadness.
something else, ain't it?
The yes, it is the sadness in her eyes, the hurt in her body, and she's miserable.
Okay. Okay.
Now, On the flip
I'm
side
gonna
of
have to
that,
watch that one and look at it again.
I'll
Shh,
send it
let
to
him
you.
finish.
Yes, send it to
Now,
me.
now, on the flip side of that,
Hmm.
Let him finish. Keep going.
I didn't say nothing.
From what April knows,
Hmm.
from what you know, there's a balance in between the three videos that I have watched and studied. Somewhere, I don't know where, but somewhere in between those two interviews of different people, she's lying.
Duh. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
I won't go so far. Uh, mm, maybe I will. Maybe I
I'm
will go
listening.
that far.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say she was lying because I
Okay.
don't know. I can only speak to what I know. But I will say
Exactly.
this: she is not telling the whole truth.
Mhm.
You understand? Because when
Mhm.
you like that, I saw comment on her. Somebody comment on her YouTube video that she did the other day,
Okay.
and what they said to her was, "I have no problem with you speaking your truth, but you leaving out a lot." And that's my problem. Because see, here in Chicago,
Mhm.
we've been around R. Kelly. We've been around R. Kelly when he was with Drea. We've been
Mhm.
around R. Kelly when he was with Sparkle. We've been around R. Kelly. Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
So now there are some of us who know she hunted for women with him,
Mhm.
but she leaves all of that out. She owns some sex tapes too, but she leaves all of that out.
Uh huh.
She doesn't say, hey, I participated in the shenanigans. She never
Uh,
says that.
okay. Reedy Jefferson made a comment. He
Oh,
said,
Miss Fly 85, you better come on, girl. Miss Fly
at DJ,
85 says, what did she bring to the table besides the kids to make her say, blood, sweat, and tears? Girl, nothing. She ain't bring nothing to the table.
okay,
I don't know what
and
she
Reedy
brought to the table.
and Reedy
I
Jefferson
really
said,
don't.
at DJ Chuck, she can't taste that bad. She is a mom with three children. Well, she getting paid for these interviews, so how is she not tasting the bad?
Right, right. She
She getting
she
paid.
ain't did interviews
She
in
is
10
getting
years.
paid for these interviews. So how is she not chasing a bag? That's my question to VG Jeff.
Oh, she chasing a bag. And why is she just now chasing the bag? Why wasn't she chasing the bag 10 years ago? Why wasn't she doing interviews 10 years ago? Why was
Because
she's been divorced for 10 years. Why was she
because
not advocating for abuse victims 10 years ago?
because she was not a abused victim 10 years ago. She was happily married.
She was happily divorced 10 years ago. She was divorced. They've been divorced for 10 years. Why are you just now in 2019 or whenever the Lifetime came out? Why are you just now abused? Why are you just now advocating for abuse? Why are you so butthurt 10 years later?
Money, money,
Miss Fly,
money.
I don't know what she brought to the table. She didn't try to get the man. She didn't even buy the man hooked on phonics. She didn't do nothing. You know, man, you got to learn to read. She could have got him help with his dyslexia or whatever he has. She could have gotten him help There is no such thing when you are in a position that he's in and you are the wife. There is no such thing as can't make him do nothing. You don't want your fans to know what's really going on. This is what you're going to do. Point blank, period. And
Okay,
it's done.
read the question, read the statement that Nabi Wright said, Lady Illusion.
Okay, I
Because
can't see it.
I think she made a good point. She said,
I
Rob,
can't see it.
okay, I'll read it.
Okay.
She said, Rob ain't abused, Rob ain't abused her, and abusers don't do the divorce, and Rob left her ass. Drill had to get on board for the setup so it can seem, but so it can seem believable something was promised to her. You all agree with that?
They said Rob didn't abuse her.
She's saying that Rob didn't abuse her, that it was all a setup.
See, I stay away from the setup conspiracy theory type things because it sounds good, okay. And I can see where some people can believe that,
Mm-hmm.
but none of us can say that she was not abused because none of us were there. In my mind,
Correct. That's a good point.
in my mind, when you have me, your wife, sleeping with women with you, that's abuse to me. Because I don't get married to share my man with nobody. I'm not a sharer. Okay.
Okay.
So I I can't say he did not abuse her. I don't see why he would abuse every other woman but her.
I mean, she's saying that Rob left her.
Okay. I want her to make up her mind. I just want Drea to pick a side and stay on it. Okay? That's all I need Drea to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because she divorced him. Now she's saying he left her.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm reading Weezy Jefferson's chat. I mean, and Weezy is now answering the question when I asked why was she thinking about suicide when she was on the show. And Weezy says because of the case surrounding her father, which was my point exactly. Weezy says, Lady of Leisure, it's because of the case surrounding her father, not because the mother shared her experience. Okay, let me break this down to you, Weezy. Okay? Here's what I'm saying. My child commits suicide because of everything that's going on with her father. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
As her mother, I should be trying to protect her. I should not be going out there with everyone else piling on to the case against my child's father. You see how that goes together? Maybe you don't, but I'm gone from it. I'm sorry, DJ. What were we saying now?
No, no, go ahead.
No,
I'm
I'm
looking at
done
the
with
chat.
that because that was my point exactly. She was trying to commit suicide over everything that was going on with her father, and then here comes her mother who adds to that. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I was saying.
Okay.
Everything that Drea spoke on was speaking on Hollywood exes. I don't understand. I don't know what that means. I didn't watch Hollywood exes. Oh, okay. When it aired in 209, 210, Drea spoke up about him abusing her. She never went into specifics. Yeah, I do remember that because I used to watch that because my
All
tape
right.
was on.
So I have a question
I remember
for
her wedding and everything. DJ
I have
Chuck, she can't chase a bag. She is a mom with 3 children.
why is it
That
that
was
she can't taste why is it that she can't taste her bad? Like I said,
no, no.
she's getting
He's
she's
he's
getting paid.
asking you what he's asking you is why she can't chase a bag because she's a mom with 3 children. He feels like she should be able to chase a bag. She can chase a bag, but why she got to chase a bag off his name?
But
Since she
Exactly.
since
like I
she's such a
mentioned,
professional dancer, chase your own damn
Okay,
bag.
let Chuck. Yeah, let Chuck talk. Come on, Chuck.
like like I mentioned before, she's getting paid
I'll be
to
back in a
do interviews.
moment, y'all.
Okay,
Okay.
she's getting paid to do interviews. But I want to address a question to Nairi Wright from reading her comment. My question is, was was Drea actually a part of a threesome?
What did you say now, Chuck?
I'm reading the text of
Okay.
what Nairi Wright is saying. She said something about a threesome. My question to her is, was Drea a part of it?
A part of the setup,
No, 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 no. Once again,
part of the threesomes,
I'm reading
part
the
of the.
text. I'm reading the text. She's missing something about a threesome. My question to her is, was Andrea a part of that?
Yeah, Drea was part of the threesomes. She used to do them in Chicago.
Did you hear the question that I asked?
Huh?
Did you hear the question that I
I'm
asked?
back, guys. Sorry. All that talking made me thirsty. I had to go get a drink. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay. I'm just trying to see if April understanding the question that I asked.
Okay, say it again.
Navi Wright, that's in the chat, she missing something about a threesome. My question to her is, was Andrea a part of that threesome?
Mm. Nairi Wright says Drea will do anything to get money. She has no boundaries.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. What's the name? Andrea was part of the threesome.
That was my initial question to her because I'm reading the chat of what she's saying. I don't know. So I'm just asking the question.
Well, Chuck, in the streets of Chicago,
Yeah.
and back in that day,
Yeah.
everybody knew Andrea would go get women for them to have threesomes.
Yeah. What she said.
Right,
That part at
like
April. Where did all this abuse come from 10 years later? Miss
right,
Lie
like
85. That's what I'm talking about.
like
I'm sorry.
Navi just said, go read my comment below. This lady is putting a lot of information in the chat. I'm
Why
just
can't
trying
I
to
see
Okay,
it?
respond.
I'm getting to it. Okay.
I'm trying to
Okay,
respond
I'm
to the
trying to
Nyree
message.
put
says,
everybody.
Nyree says, Rob ain't abused her. An abuser don't do. Okay, you going too fast. I can't even read the comment.
Okay.
Rob ain't abused her. An abuser don't do the divorce, and Robert left her ass. Drea had to get on board for the setup so it can seem believable. Something was promised to her.
That's what I was saying. That's the question that I asked.
That
That's why
okay, okay,
that's why I
okay,
was
okay.
asking her, was Andrea a part of the threesome?
That's her cat friendly. He be mean like, ooh.
No, my cat ain't nothing like Foodie. Where you at, McLionel?
Listen,
Yeah.
in the streets of Chicago, yes. Yes, she was part of threesomes. Yes, she scouted women with him. She scouted women for him. Yes.
Okay.
And
Yes.
that's
It,
my problem with her. If you're going to tell your truth, tell all the truth. Tell it all. I can't say that he didn't. I can't say that he didn't abuse her. I can't say that.
Me either.
I can't see why he would abuse other women and not abuse the one he had at home. I don't know.
I don't know either. I can't say that.
And you're right, Weezy. Just because somebody talks about their abuse 10 years later, that doesn't mean their experience didn't happen. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that. My point is she chasing a bag. Because had she been an advocate today, when the cameras was rolling, she would have been an advocate 10 years ago when there were no cameras and no checks. I'm not saying she's not abused. Quite frankly, I believe that she was abused. I don't know that either. But my point to her not talking about it for 10 years is that she chasing a bag.
Can I please read this comment?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying she said Drea received $50 million 11 years ago settlement from divorce. Plus Robert was paying 20+ thousand dollars for a
A month
child
child
for
support.
years until up until up until Moot R. Kelly stopped his concert to make money.
Right.
So
And she
this
ain't got a
so
dime.
so this man, a musical genius, paying child support for a child, and his music get Moot in his concert. How that happen?
What do you mean how did it happen?
How does a man of his shelter and his talent get the divorce? She get paid $50 million
And don't have a
plus
dime 10 years later. Didn't
plus
have a
he
dime
paid
5 years later.
plus he playing $20+ thousand for each kid for years,
yeah,
and
he paid
then
her a lot of money in child support. She shouldn't
and
be broke. She don't even own a house. Okay, I'm sorry, Joe.
and then his music get new. How that happen? How that happen when he hasn't been to not one trial? Only
Well, it
only
happens. I'm sorry, go ahead.
only place he was, or maybe his legal team was divorce court.
Tell me when I can respond.
So she's out. So people saying she's out here bashing his name, but she got paid $50 million. Y'all following
Yeah,
me? I'm just putting the numbers out there. The lady got paid $50 million
Yeah,
in a divorce. In a
yeah,
divorce.
yeah,
So plus the child support money. So
yeah.
my question is to the audience, what more do she want?
Well, she doesn't have anything. She blew through that
she,
$50 million in five
So
years.
so you
She didn't
telling
even
me,
buy a house. She
so
owns nothing.
you telling me in 5 years she blew $50 million.
Yes, sir. She owns nothing. She doesn't own a house. She doesn't own a condo. She doesn't outright own a car. She owns nothing. That's why she's running around trying to do reality shows, trying to do interviews to make money. She has no money.
Cloud 7 says, can someone explain why R. Kelly doesn't have any money? Can anybody answer that question?
I'm sorry, say that again. I was reading another question, but say that again.
Cloud 7, that's in the
Hmm.
chat, says, can someone explain why R. Kelly doesn't have any money?
I can't explain why they say he doesn't have any money. I don't believe that R. Kelly does not have any money. I don't care what anyone says. I do not believe that R. Kelly does not have any money. R. Kelly still makes millions of dollars a year. I don't believe that R. Kelly doesn't have any money. But one reason why R. Kelly would not have any money, R.
Hmm.
Kelly got a lot of money stolen from him. You know he can't read and write. So, when you have to depend on other people, lawyers, accountants, things of that nature, to tell you and to run the financial end of your business, and you
Hmm.
can't read and you have to depend on them, they can tell you anything and do something different.
That is
So
very true.
millions, multiple millions of dollars were stolen from Robert.
So
Robert
at
paid
the,
out lots of lawsuits. Robert
uh-huh.
took care lots of women.
Hmm.
Robert lived a lavish lifestyle. Um,
Hmm.
you know, Robert's legal fees right now are well up into the multiple millions. Robert borrowed millions against his publishing, against his contract, against his music. So,
So no,
that's why he doesn't have 800 million. Is he broke? I believe absolutely not.
so nobody in his management, enterprise, publisher, accountant, they never noticed that this man was missing money.
They were the ones
Hell,
taking
they
the
were
money.
stealing.
They're the ones,
They were the
they're the
ones
ones who
stealing.
are stealing the money. They're the ones who are stealing the money.
Okay. Another question: did he even know how much he was worth?
I don't know that. I honestly don't
Yeah,
know
I don't
I
know
mean, don't give me
neither.
don't.
the answer to that question. I
I
don't
mean,
know if he knew what he was worth.
I mean, they saying I'm not saying people are saying that the man can't read and write.
Well, he said that himself. Not only did he say he can't read and write, he said, I can't read, write, or do math. Those were his exact words.
Correct. But at some point, this gets coming from me. At some point, I feel that okay, somebody in his management, like man, okay, this man is a musical genius, but he can't read and write. I'm going to give him some type of interpretation and learning facility where he may learn how to read and write. Don't you think somebody in his management could have stepped up and done that?
Yes, they
I
should have, but they were
I
too
don't
busy stealing from him.
I don't think, honestly, to
That
be
that
honest with
answer.
you, in the music business, that's not their concern. Nobody gave a damn that Robert couldn't read or write as long as he pumped out those hits. That's all they're concerned about. And Wheezy Jefferson posed a question saying, why was it up to Andrea to help him with his dyslexia? It wasn't up to her. But being a goddamn wife and wanting what's best for your family, that should have been part of her damn job. I would say it's part of her damn job because you want your
Exactly.
spouse to progress. Point blank, period. I don't give a damn that you can record his nigga. You can't help my baby with his homework. Shit, need some help around here. Your ass, I'm gonna buy some hooked on phonics. I'm gonna do something.
Okay, my host, my host is getting hot in here. So, lady that loses, those are good points. But I want to give April an opportunity to say something too.
That's right. We
Okay,
just
I'm
took
just
over
putting the
this.
comments up there. So let's read the people comments because we way
Okay.
behind. Okay.
Andrea says she is speaking out now because her kids are old enough to understand. I don't think so. I don't think my child, my youngest daughter is 34, 35. I can't remember. I'm just that damn old. There are things she would never understand. I've been divorced from her dad well over 20 years.
Hmm.
I don't believe that there are things that she would understand that happened between me and her father today. I just don't.
Exactly.
Because there are things, as I said before, I guess people aren't raised the way I was raised. There are boundaries between children and parents. There are things that it ain't your damn business.
Right.
My
I mean,
relationship
that's
with
just
my
like,
child is as a mother. It's not as a damn woman
That's
and
true.
in a
that's
relationship.
just like finding out, your dad got an outside child.
Exactly. You know,
Mm.
I don't think there
You
are.
not gonna understand it, and you ain't gonna understand why your mama didn't want that child over there at y'all house, cause your daddy made it out there. It's just something that we'll never know. Okay,
Exactly.
let's let's
Exactly.
keep reading the comments for a minute. Okay,
Nairi Weezy Jefferson says at Nairi right. Yes, he did. Otherwise, there would be no commentary asking why she is airing her dirty laundry. Again, I don't know. I can only speak my opinion. Nairi, did you see him beat Andrea? Or I'm sorry, whoever it was, did you see him beat Andrea? Because unless we saw him beat Andrea, we don't know that he abused her. We don't know that.
there's no police report, no pictures, no nothing.
We don't know that he abused her.
Mm.
We can only speculate. Do I believe that he abused her? Yes, I do. But I don't know that. I can't say he did abuse her. I don't know that. I ain't seen her with a black eye. I ain't seen no fingerprints around her neck. I don't know.
You're right. You
Okay,
are absolutely right.
If he
now
wanted to
read
read,
the next
he should have
question.
done it himself. Uh,
What do you think about that, Chuck?
Go Off 333 says if he wanted to read, he should have done it himself.
That is somewhat true, and then again, it's somewhat not true. But he had the opportunity of learning how to read and write in high school. I don't know whether or not he took the initiative to learn how to read and write or understand math. What would you all say to that?
You know, I would say that again, going back to being in a marriage,
Hmm.
and 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 bringing shit to the table. For me, in my mind, the whole purpose for people being married is to uplift each other and and
Very
and,
true.
and help each other progress.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
In every relationship, be it married or not, in every relationship, it's a strong one and a not so strong one, okay? Or as
Hmm.
you say, an aggressor. Now, at a point,
I'm,
if you maybe your husband doesn't see that
I'm
he
sorry.
needs to read.
I'm sorry to
Maybe he don't
lady.
think he needs to learn to read.
I
But
guess
you
I guess
as a
Red.
wife wanting what's best for your spouse,
Uh,
you know it's best if this nigga know how to read.
I guess Red something that now you right said, and it's funny.
Go ahead.
Now I guess Red something. So she
Read
said,
it. We want to hear.
I can't see it anymore.
Okay,
What did she
I have
say?
one from her. Nairi Wright says Andrea is an aggressor. I don't believe Robert abused her, and hogtied is a sex position. Look it up.
Oh,
Well,
she said
that ain't how she say he hogtied her. Okay,
she she said
Miss
TY.
Fly.
I think that stands for thank you. She said thank you all naive. Anybody can get a restraining order on anybody. All you got to do is go down there and file. LOL.
Okay, I must have missed the restraining order thing. What was somebody said something about a
Okay,
restraining order?
wait
Dre
a
was
minute.
with the threesomes,
Hey,
baby.
just
So
read the
Rob done no
comment.
wrong. Nairi Wright, come on, girl. You better say that. Nairi says Drea was with the threesomes. I know. She said Drea was with the threesomes, baby. So Rob done no wrong. Oh, mm. Okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
know
Okay,
I
Drea
can
was
naive.
with the
comment on
threesomes.
that. If she,
Okay.
if she,
Okay.
if she participated in the threesomes, no, she didn't do. He didn't do anything wrong because she could have made a choice then.
Mhm.
Now, Weezy Jefferson asked Nairi Wright, a man calling his wife a bitch is okay? I don't know nothing about that, okay? Because I don't know a man that would call any woman a bitch. So that's just a dude right there. Men don't do that. You got real men and real women out here.
Can
And
someone ask why? Can someone ask Iris stole for Kelly what was wrong about?
read that again. I missed it. I was reading. I'm like, every time you read, I'm reading too. Something different. Read that
I'm
again.
on. Oh, I'm reading the chat on YouTube on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, and
some
I'm
of these
trying to post them. And just okay. Um. So Miss Flyer says thank you on that. Pick a side. Then Nairi says Drea is bisexual. Y'all have always been. So what man you know gonna turn down sex from multiple women in one bed? None. And that's true. Some men love threesomes.
Lady Illusion, you still there?
Child, I'm stuck. Yes, I am here. I was reading. Okay, Weezy Jefferson has
Okay,
done.
read what
At the
Weezy
end
said.
of the day, let's stop bashing black women for sharing their experience of abuse because it wasn't on your time. Weezy, miss me with that. point blank, period. Just miss me with that. I wouldn't give a
Woo,
damn
it's
if she was a
getting
red woman.
it's
I
getting
wouldn't
hot.
care
It's
if she were a red woman. You know,
it's getting
I'm not
it's
gonna
getting hot
just
in
sit
it's getting hot in here.
on
It's
my
getting hot in
hands
here.
and close my mouth when I see some messed up mess just because the messy person is black. Cut it out, please. Just cut it out. I wouldn't care if she was red. If what you're doing is
Miss
messed up, it's just messed up, and I'm gonna call it like I see it.
Miss Jaye White is on the wall.
Yeah. Read her next comment.
Okay, I had to plug in my
She
phone. My
said,
battery low.
just all day long, Chuck. And I'm willing to bet she was the one who introduced it to Robert. And any man would be like hell. Us at the time, Robert was Robert was a young man, handsome, and just starting his career. So basically, what she's saying was,
Was free to do
and
what he wanted to. He was
thank you,
single. Okay. Well,
thank
it
you,
seemed like he
thank
was free to do
you.
what he wanted to do when he was married.
The man was single to do whatever he wanted to do. Basically, the man was doing what men do.
Nari Wright says Robert divorced her and he settled and didn't have to give her $50 million. And now, 11 years later, now Robert beat her baby. Stop the lies. Oh, okay, girl.
Mm,
I
uh,
don't know if he beat her or not. I was not there. But, an abuser is an abuser. He don't beat 10 women and stop at woman 11. I can't
Cloud,
see it.
Se- Cloud 7 said she needs to make money. She said R. Kelly was not paying child support.
Okay.
I
Now
don't
let
know
me
why he paying
respond to
child
that.
support for them grown ass kids in the first place. Because they ain't got but one that's underage. I don't even know why he's still paying child support. They don't go to school. The girl just lost the baby. She's 22. Why the hell you paying child support for a 22-year-old?
So
And he
Weezy just
was paying child support. He didn't stop paying child support until they muted him and he was not making money. And if you recall, when he got locked up for child support last year. He paid every dime. He was only behind the 6 months where they muted him. Okay? And he paid her that 60 grand.
so Weezy Jefferson asked the question of why was R. Kelly not paying child support?
I just answered that question. He paid child support until he could not work anymore. And for six
Due
months,
to, yeah,
he did not
right.
pay child support because they had muted him. They canceled all of his concerts. He could not work. Therefore, he could not pay the child support. However, when they locked him up last year for the child support, he paid every dime, which was only 6 months in arrearage. So the man that paid child support every month for 10 years. Now you want to get on him because he didn't have a job and couldn't pay for 6 months? Miss
And
me with that
all of
too.
that money that he was paying her, she
Fifty
should
million
not be
dollars.
broke.
$50 million.
Right,
Fifty
right,
million
because
dollars
Why,
and
why
you out
doesn't
here chasing a
anybody
bag.
why doesn't anybody question what she did with her money? Why is she broke?
She had
like
$50 million. She ain't wrote one damn song. Why is she broke?
right,
She don't own a home. She don't own a car.
mm-hmm.
She owns nothing. And the same with him. The same with him. They said R. Kelly was worth $800 million. $800 million and everything you own got repossessed. How does that happen? How does that happen?
Rephrase
He
the
owned
question again. What question are you asking?
Wait, I'm gonna read Nabri Wright's comment. It says Drea received $50 million 11 years ago, settlement from divorce, plus Robert was paying 20 plus thousands per month child for years. Right. Up until they stopped his concerts. Right. Exactly.
Right.
I
So
mean,
my
this
question.
woman was getting good money. She she
So
she don't, nobody questions what she did with her money.
Her 50 million. $50 million 10 years ago. Mm. She didn't have any 5 years later.
Irish for Soul said, thanks for the live late in the UK. God bless. Okay. Nairy, right?
They said they tried to call in from UK.
It's not a call in. I sent people the link. I sent it to Irish for Soul. But what I'm gonna have to do is uh, I'm gonna have to figure out another way when we do this. See, I'm on my phone because you know of my situation. But um, once I'm home and on the computer, then I can have the phone and people can call in, and then I can put
I
the
want to
phone
read.
up to the mic.
I want to read
Now,
Nari's comment and respond to that. Nari says, "We wasn't there, so no way, so no, we can't say." But I'm saying Rob ain't put the comment back up, April. Nari's comment. April. April. DJ Chuck,
okay.
can you hear me?
So my question to you, Lady Aliza,
Mm-hmm.
if he was paying $20,000 for a kid in child support, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, in the state of Illinois, once a child reach, reaches the age of 18,
No.
they are they are considered legally grown, correct?
Well, they're of legal age to do some things. In terms of child support here is based on whatever agreement you make.
Okay.
Um, you can pay child support up until however old they are when they complete their education. That was my
Hmm.
child support agreement. Okay. My ex
Hmm.
husband paid child support for my daughter until she was 26.
Something that I
Now,
just learned.
yeah. So it
I
just
did not.
depends on it depends on the agreement that you make.
Right.
Okay.
Based like you have said, based upon the agreement.
Right.
That's
It's based upon the agreement that you make because you could say, hey, I need you, or you can say you can pay child support until they're 18, but you have to pay half of their educational expenses until whenever they
that's
finish school.
that's something that I did not
So it
know.
really just does, yeah, it just depends on the agreement. But now
Okay.
in their agreement, he
Hmm.
was to pay child support until they completed college.
Okay.
But they weren't going to college. She had quit school.
Hmm.
The daughter
Okay.
had quit school, I think at 19.
Okay.
So again, I don't know why they only have one child that's under 18, and I think they're 17. I don't know why he's paying child support for kids that are not in school and are over 18 years old. I don't know why that is. I don't know what their agreement was. Okay.
Which was going to be
Um,
my next. Which was going
I
to
don't,
be my next question, but you answered it already.
okay. Yeah, I don't know what their agreement was. I know that whenever my daughter took a break from school, his child support was suspended. So, say,
Okay.
like she said, I'm tired, I want to take a year off. Well, that year, he didn't pay child support.
Hmm.
But when she went back to school, then the child support started again. But that was something that I implemented because
Mhm.
you ain't getting no money back from me. Okay. So
Mhm.
when she said, I want to take a year off, the first thing I did was filed and went back to court and amended the child support agreement
Mhm.
because I don't want you paying me if she's not in school because that was the agreement.
Right.
Now, if I would have collected that money that year and he'd have had a problem with it, he could have got his money back from me. You ain't getting nothing back from me. So
Right.
I had it suspended the year that she took off. And when she went back, I had it reinstated. But like I said, and then to me, and I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me, and people call me Bougetto and all of that. $20,000 a month for 3 children is not a lot of money. It really is not. They had 3 kids. I am quite sure my granddaughter's tuition, she's in 3rd grade. My granddaughter's tuition in 3rd grade is 18,000 a year. So I'm
And
quite
that's for
sure.
and that's and
I
that's
am
for
quite
private.
sure they went to much better schools than my granddaughter goes to. So I'm quite sure their tuition was up there. I'm quite
So
sure they were in other activities that cost money. So 20,000 a month for 3 kids is not a lot of money. And especially for kids who've lived the lifestyle that they lived, I'm sure they couldn't do everything that they did when she was with him on that
so
$20,000.
Yeah.
so your
Okay, I'm back, y'all. I don't know. The internet sort of knocked me out, so I can't even get back to the other
You're back.
comments.
His mama
Okay,
should have
finish,
brought him
Chuck.
hooked
I'm
on phonics.
sorry. Yeah.
Go off,
Let Chuck finish.
33.
Let Chuck
Oh,
finish.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chuck. I get lost, Chuck. I do.
so your granddaughter
Mm-hmm.
is in the 3rd grade, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And her tuition is $10,000.
It's no. Her tuition is nearly $18,000 a year. It's 17,800 and something. I just say
So
18 grand.
okay. So
Is that for
my question,
college?
No, that's for elementary school. She in 3rd grade.
which was my
Fourth
Oh,
question,
grade,
Lord.
third or 4th grade.
which was going to
Oh
be
no,
my
baby,
question,
we don't even want to talk about Caleb's
Okay,
tuition.
let him finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
which was going to be my question.
Mm-hmm.
So in response to that, I'll tell you, and Andrea's oldest child is over 18, right?
Yeah. I think she's 20. Is she 22?
Okay.
I
So
don't know
within the
how old
doc,
the oldest child is Robert Jr., right?
I don't know. I have no
No,
clue.
no. Buka is the oldest child.
Okay, yeah, she's 22.
Okay. So I don't know the ages of his child, but so his daughter, she's over 20.
Yeah, she's
My
22.
question is, and she's over 20. My question is, and I don't even know the type of agreement that they made. My question is, why do he still have to pay if she's over a certain age limit?
Again, I don't know. I don't know the
Mm-hmm.
agreement that they have. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the
Mm-hmm.
agreement that they have. She could
Right.
have said, you got to pay for these kids till they're 25. He could have agreed. You know, it's just the
Mm-hmm.
agreement that you make, you know? Um,
And
Child support is a real tricky thing, especially here in Illinois.
right.
So I
Well,
don't
all
know.
well, all of their children born in the state of Illinois?
I don't know that
April,
either.
April, was all of his children born in the state of Illinois?
I believe they were. Yeah.
It
It
wouldn't
don't matter.
matter
That's what
though.
it
Right,
wouldn't matter because that's where they got their divorce at
right,
within the
right,
state of Illinois.
right. It wouldn't matter where they were born. They were divorced in Illinois, so
Uh,
it's Illinois
Right, that's
laws.
true. That's true. They had a settlement in the state of Illinois, so they would get paid under those protocols.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
he would have to pay her under those protocols.
Right. So I don't know
okay.
why he's paying child support still. I think the youngest one is what, 17 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the youngest one is 17. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. In the comment, it said his mama should have hooked on phonics.
Said his mama should have bought him hooked on phonics. And see, this is the thing. And this goes back to nobody protecting this man. His mother did not buy him hooked on phonics. His mother did not see that he got help with anything other than his career. I don't know if that was the time because we talking 50 years ago. It's a different time.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, nobody, and that's the thing. When I say protect him, I'm not just talking about, getting him psychiatric help, but protect him, period. She didn't protect him from his sexual abusers. She didn't, protect him so that he would be educated in this world. No one has ever protected this man, period.
Okay. Read this comment that's up there now.
His mother should have helped him read. She was a school teacher. That's very true. However, he was dyslexic. Wait a minute. Leave Naree's comment up there because I want to address that when I get done with this. His mother was a school teacher, but that doesn't mean that she specialized in dyslexic children. You know, kids are in classes with school teachers all the time that are dyslexic and they have to get, a different type of help. So,
Where you going?
maybe she didn't know how to teach him.
I
Maybe
have
she didn't have time to teach him.
I have a question.
We don't know. Go ahead.
Is your phone and April's phone a little bit faster than mine? Because what you guys are reading, I don't see it.
It's not on the screen
I see,
What do
I
you see
see.
Nyreen's
ho- Hold on, hold on,
Nyreen's comment?
because you know
hold
what?
on,
We might be on the delay.
hold on. I'm seeing her question, her response on the screen. But when I look at my other phone on YouTube, there's a whole lot of other comments from different people.
And see, those are the comments that I can't see.
Okay, I saw so. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like those are the comments that Lady of Illusion can't see because you're not on
right,
YouTube, right?
right. That's why I
Okay.
said I thought you were talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were asking the question to me because I
No,
couldn't see the questions you were asking.
no. There's. I'm seeing Naive's statement on the actual stream from StreamYard, but I'm also in the chat on YouTube.
Okay. Go off 33 says college educated here. Mom and dad helped all the way. Yes. I see Drea by her. Wait a minute. Go back. Go back. I see Drea by her talking and body language. She's an aggressor. You know what, Nairi? A lot of people, and if you watch people, you will find this out. A lot of people who have been abused or not even physically abused, but a lot of people who've been, what's the word that I'm looking for? Somewhat contained. they tend to be aggressive when they're out because they can't be that way at home. And it's the same way, you know, um, I used to tease my brother when he first went on the police department because my brother is the biggest wuss at home ever. But out in the street, he's a totally different person. And they're that way because they were never allowed to be that way. So I can't say that, she may be aggressive now because she was never allowed to be aggressive at home. I don't know.
Yeah, I never questioned you, man.
But a lot of people are that way when they've been suppressed, you know, when they're out in the street or when they're around other people, they're the way that they want to be and that they haven't been allowed to be. So I can't say that because of the way she acts now, she wasn't abused. I can't say that.
Okay, read. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, we hear you. Thai Team Truth
Okay,
says no,
now
but them restraining order says
read
he
this
beat
comment that's
Drea.
up there. It's
I just read it. Thai Team Truth says no, but them restraining order says he beat Drea.
so are there actual restraining orders?
I haven't seen the restraining orders. I
Are
listen.
there?
Team Truth, I am not saying that he did not beat her. I'm saying I cannot say with any certainty or any factual evidence that he beat her because I have not seen the restraining orders. I have not seen a police report that says he beat her. Nothing like that. I'm not saying he didn't beat her. I believe he did beat her, but that's just an opinion. I can't say that for a fact. So, again, I don't know. My opinion is, yeah,
The
he beat
only
her.
thing I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I got into it with people and different things, I took pictures.
Right.
Okay,
I
so
didn't.
I mean, I was with a guy that hit me one time. I took a picture of my eye because there was no way anybody was going to be able to say, oh no, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Me, I need proof to believe all this stuff went on.
Nari Wright
But,
posted a question. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Just leave her question up there.
okay.
Finish, April.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. Nari has said, if I never saw it, how can I say that I believe that he did? I'm going to tell you how. Because I've seen others' reports that he has abused. And I don't think, and again, this is my opinion, okay? In my opinion, I don't believe that he abused 20 other women and he left her out. I just don't believe that. He abused everybody but her? I don't believe that.
And then I want to say, in my opinion, from me knowing him, I would never believe that he hit and beat a woman.
And I get that
That
too.
was not the type of behavior that was displayed around me. So it's hard for me to believe that he beat women Chuck, did you want to make a statement on that?
I don't believe. I
Do
would
you
never
feel like you
believe.
need proof or
I would never believe that Robert Sylvester Kelly beat women. I had seen him. I had been around him, and he was all love every time I seen him. When I seen him at basketball games, everybody wanted to be around this man. Like he brought love to people. So for someone to say, "Oh, he beat this woman" or "he beat this young girl," that's absolutely ridiculous.
we
That's
don't
my personal opinion.
understand that people are trying to say he is. So there will be nothing that anybody could ever tell me because he never displayed this type of behavior.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that could be true. But me, I never known him of putting his
um,
hand.
Team
I never,
Truth. Okay. All right, finish, Chuck. I'm sorry.
I never known him to be a person that put his hand on a woman in a physical way.
Okay. What? Oh, what did Lady? Is Lady Alicia still here? Okay. So then, Team Truth, we're talking about Andrea. We're not talking about motions and all of that. So that's what I want to make clear. So we're talking about Drea and her. We're not talking about the case or the motions or anything like that.
I mean, people, everyone
And
has an
anybody
opinion.
that makes smart comments about anybody, you will be blocked. We don't allow disrespect.
Everybody, everybody have.
Now, okay, Pettyville, you are saying if he wanted to read, he would have learned. That was his responsibility, not everyone else's. Stop blaming everybody for his faults. I could blame his mother. I could blame the teachers and the school. They
Every,
should have
every,
helped him.
everybody is entitled to an opinion,
Yeah,
and we don't have to agree or disagree with them. But there is a way to respect people. So if someone disagree with a person, that don't mean you have to be calling them all out of their name.
exactly. We don't do
It,
that over here.
it's the respect factor. If you can't respect anyone, then don't even make a comment at all because that's very disrespectful. I don't care who you are because if you disrespect me, then I'm gonna disrespect you, and it's not gonna be very pretty. So on that note, going forward, respect the audience, respect people comment. They don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with anybody, but I respect them.
Yeah, because if you call anybody a name, you will be blocked. And like I said, we are talking about Drea. We are not talking about the case. So don't come in here with that stuff. We're talking about her, and we can talk about her just like she can go around telling her stories. We can go around voicing our opinions.
What did
Yeah,
I miss?
it's a very how. profile topic.
Right.
People gonna get out of their character. If people feel that I have gotten out of my character, I truly apologize. But there would be no disrespect at all. I don't condone it. I don't
Mm.
think my host would condone it.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, she told me to agree too.
And welcome back, Lady Loser.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what happened. I got cut off somehow.
there were
I
some
don't.
comments that
I'm not
there
doing anything. Yeah.
there were some comments.
Nakenya Greenwald put the kids' ages on there.
18, 20, and
Um.
22. Okay.
There were some comments that's inappropriate.
Okay, what about the comments, DJ?
Well,
There
it
was
was
some
some
com
people that were calling people bitches. Yeah.
What?
there was there was some comments. Once again,
Mm,
there was some comments that was inappropriate.
okay. Glad I
Okay,
missed it. Okay.
so I
Okay.
understand that I understand that that sometimes that may be a way of how people respond to different things. I understand that, but on the flip side, there's also a respect factor.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what you miss out on.
Okay. Glad I missed it.
We all
You're absolutely right, Nari.
okay.
R.
Am I
Kelly is a
right?
victim. You are absolutely right about that. He is a victim, but he does have victims as well. But you're right. R. Kelly is a victim. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Um, April, Lady Relucci, do you all want to add any other information to this topic?
Who says she was broke? Her tax returns. Her tax return says she was broke. Pettyville.
Welcome in, Pettyville. So, do people really think R. Kelly is actually broke?
I don't believe he is.
Okay. So some people think he doesn't have any money at all.
There are some people who believe that he's broke, yes. I'm not one of those people. I don't believe that he is broke. I don't.
I'm not one of those people that believe he is broke. I still think the man has money. Where is it? I have no clue. But he's not broke.
If we're going to talk about what Andrea did with all her dollars, it's only fair to ask what R. Kelly did with all his. We're not talking about R. Kelly. We're talking about Drea Kelly. So, if you're a Drea supporter, that's absolutely fine. But we're talking about Drea today and why she's out using this abuser's name and this
The
pedophile's
monster.
name, the monster's name that abused her so terribly. Well, why is she using? I would, if my ex
She's
husband was a
hustling his
pedophile,
name.
I would not wear his name. She's been married again, and she goes back to this man's name. Man, come on, she chasing that bag, like DJ said.
Yeah. Do you all feel like she'll be coming out with some more information?
I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will.
I'm sure there will be multiple
Well,
in
she
the.
has to say something. She's on a reality show. What else is she
Right.
going to talk about? Nobody's interested in her.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna make more interviews, and like you said, she's done a reality show.
What else is she gonna talk about? The entire reason that she's on a reality show is because she is the ex-wife of Robert Sylvester Kelly. Nobody wanted her to be on the talk show. We don't even know her second husband's name. Nobody wanted her to be on a talk show because she was married to him.
Can you say
Nobody wanted her to be on a talk show even while she was married to Robert.
can you say that again for the people in the back so they can hear you clearly?
Yes, say it again.
I said the only reason that she is on a reality show is because of Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Thank you.
She
Preach.
Nobody was looking for Drea even when she was married to Robert because most people didn't even know he married her ugly ass, okay? People didn't know they were married until they got divorced.
Exactly.
When have you did you see Drea on the red carpet with him? Did you see Drea walking him
No.
up to get
That's
awards?
why. That's why
Uh,
she's in the spot, trying to get in the spotlight now. She feel
Girl,
bad she
look,
didn't get that spotlight when she was married to him.
I remember one award show. Never mind, I ain't gonna tell that. Never mind. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up.
Okay,
I'm gonna
read what
back up.
Nairi said again.
Nari says Lifetime knew those MFs were lying, and the head lady Dreamhampton knew and stated per Tim Savage, it's on YouTube of him speaking that Lifetime didn't want to edit the show because it would cost too much what? Oh, it would cost too much money. Girl, okay, I can't with that.
yeah.
Reading the Kenya Griswell. Read what's up there now.
1998, 2000, 2002, these were the years their children were born. His mother passed away in
In
early
early
1993.
1993,
I gotta mute my mic for a moment, guys. My sister.
Big Red 69 said, "You're right, naive, right."
Cloud seven.
MJ,
What
MJ,
questions did you want
MJ,
to
and
ask? Because you
MJ and
wasn't asking questions. You were saying stuff. If you ask a question, I'm going through the chat and we're trying to answer them.
were you asking me a question? Were you asking me a question?
Huh?
Were you asking me a question?
No, no. That was a guy talking about he came looking for information. This show is strictly we're talking about Andrea. We are talking about her. I feel as though personally she has a chance to be a superstar. I feel as though if somebody did all this stuff to me, I would not be carrying their last name. I wouldn't even want to talk about them. I think she's hustling off his name because she gets money every time she appears on a talk show. So and I don't know Cloud Seven. I do not know um if there was ever any police reports about her. Do you know about that, Lady Alicia?
Lady Aliza, are you there?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to unmute my mic. Yes, I am here. I had to mute
Okay.
my mic for a minute.
Do you know, Lady Allegiant, do you know of any police report that was in their marriage, in their divorce settlement, was anything where she says that she was abused, she was beat up? Do you know if any of that is in the divorce settlement?
Mm.
Lady
Um,
Aliza, Lady
I'm
Aliza,
here.
are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear. It's a little low.
And is it? Hang on. How is it now? Is it better?
I can hear both of you. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know of any. No, I have not seen any. I haven't seen any police reports. I I do know that she did get a restraining order
Hmm.
at one point. Um, but in the actual divorce, I haven't seen any. That does not mean they are not there. I have not seen them. But I do know that she did get a restraining order. And yeah, I read a comment earlier that said anybody can get a restraining order, and that's just not true. Restraining orders get denied every single day.
yes, they do.
Every single day, restraining orders get denied. So it's not you go down there and fill out some paper and go before the judge and they say, okay, here you go. No, they get denied every single day.
And you must have a police report. Correct?
Not all the time, no.
Okay.
Not all the time.
But they do get denied.
Okay, Weezy
Oh, they deny them all the
says
time.
R. Kelly had money to fix his problem. Um, we know that, Weezy. The only thing we're saying is there's a lot of people res- responsible, we feel, I feel, that should have helped him in his younger years. Then as he got older, they should have helped him. That's all I'm saying. And this,
I think that he should have had some help. I think that he should have gotten himself some help at some point. But I also believe that him being able to do all the things that he's done in terms of these women and girls for 30 years is because, people enabled him to do those things. You know, I personally feel like if Aaliyah's mother had told the truth in the door and said, yes, they were married, there may not be any other victims. That woman has lied about them being married for 30 damn years, practically. She just stopped lying this year. She even lied in the beginning of January. That's a lie. They were never married until the feds came down. She was still lying. You haven't heard a peep from her since the second federal case. People knew. And for those people who were in there with him every day, every single day, who were there for years, they say, I never saw a thing, they're liars. They're liars. and they will all be testifying in court against him. So I believe that people enable him to do things. I believe that he could have gotten help for himself, but I also believe that, who people don't normally go get help for themselves. There's usually some family members, some friends, somebody to say, look, you need some help.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Intervention.
somebody tells you something. Even if it's not that, even if it's gambling, drugs, whatever it is, people do not go seek help on their own normally. Of course, there are some people who do, but for the vast majority, people just don't go seek help. Somebody has to point out you have a problem, you know,
Somebody,
and
somebody has to be like a mentor to let that person know they have a problem when they lead to seek help. It doesn't always
exactly.
happen.
And with someone of his status, you just can't say to the king and RB, hey, you got a problem. You need to go get some help and walk away.
Right? It's not that easy.
Because if you've been able to continue a behavior your entire life without any consequences, you don't see it
Mm-hmm.
as being a problem. You don't see it as being a problem. If you can throw around some money and make problems go away, you don't see it as a problem.
Yeah.
So, of course, the responsibility was ultimately his. But again, there were enablers who allowed all of this behavior to go on. And it starts with whomever the first alleged victim was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to know how you pay off a minor. I want to know how a minor enters into an NDA. I mean, they can, but it's not worth the paper it's written on because they're a minor. They can't enter into a legal contract.
Right.
So I
Okay.
do think that there are people who could have stepped up. And again, his wife being one, yes, yes. Her responsibility as his wife, yes. I put it on her, yes.
Yes, but like Petty Bill said, Lady Loser and April, he would have had to want to get help himself.
Absolutely.
Why?
And
Absolutely.
this is where and this is where the blackmail comes in. Okay? You either get help or I'm telling everybody what you're doing. You can't leave a person to a choice. If you have an ultimatum to give, then you give it. Because there is no way you can make me believe that Robert Kelly would not have went and gotten help if people would have not taken a payment who threatened to expose him. People were not looking to get him help. They were looking for a payday. I've
I
got tapes
agree.
of you with underage women. You either pay me or I'm going to release them. No, I got tapes of you with Rashada Landfair. You either go get some help or it's going to the media.
Good point.
Okay.
So
Could
he
you
could have been
also?
forced. Go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, what I wanted to say is everybody mentions that Sony was part of the setup, because um, but Sony owns the masters, so it doesn't matter. Um, they own his master, and the
Mm-hmm.
artists they have to be careful when they sign these contracts because when they sign these contracts, it can be years before they own their masters. And when they find out they don't own their masters, that's when they get mad and start talking about it. But in actuality, it was their fault. They didn't have a good attorney. Tell them you won't own your masters for 10 or 20 years. Am I correct with saying that, Lady of Leisure? Uh,
So are you saying the artist doesn't own their masters
well,
after?
they, what happens is, they, it's in their contract and they don't read the contract. They're so excited. They're so excited that, they got these big contracts. They're not reading them, and it'll stay in there that the record company will own the master for so many years, 10, 15, 20. But once the artist, starts getting popular or want to maybe leave and do something else, that's when most of them find out that they don't own their master. And then they're mad. But no, what they need to do is be mad at themselves. And Cloud 7, I do agree with you. Sony owns his masters. Um, so they're gonna, you know, they own them. And they say he had just started asking for, you know, um, so, I don't know. I sort of blame the artist for not getting a good lawyer and finding out. Ray Charles made sure that he owned his masters.
But why would a record company, and that's my question to the audience, why would a record company set up an artist when they're actually making money for that company? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my question is, why would Sony, why would on their record label, why would they set him up to have his own music muted when he's actually working for them,
And
regardless
trust
of
me,
whether or not,
Yeah. Sony,
regardless
Sony did,
of
yeah,
regardless of whether or not he owns his master.
yeah.
I
You know,
I mean that's the question I have. Why my question is even and you have a good point. He should have had a good lawyer. But my
mm,
question is why would they set him up when he's making their company money? Because the money is distributed. It's distributed to a lot of other people before it even hit his account.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying.
You
And
have. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, I feel you on what you're saying.
hmm
Be- I'm pretty sure Sony did not want to let him go. Um,
Exactly.
but they had no other choice. And
Right.
then the Me Too movement, you know, it's a
hmm
movement. Okay. Now this is Cloud 7. He says, especially if the setup includes charges of sexual assault of minors, the repercussions is his music wouldn't sell. Well, Cloud 7, I can't agree with you on that because I mean he blew up after his first trial that that he was acquitted for, and that involved a minor. So his music still sold. Am I correct, DJ Chuck?
Yeah, his music still sold,
After that
but
first trial, and that
right,
was, you got people that swear up and down that was him on the tape, and he got away with it, and his music still sold.
his music still
So,
sold,
yeah,
and he still did concerts.
concerts, yeah. But anyway, I don't know where Lady of Leisure went. We've been on
hmm
here for 3 hours, and we appreciate everything in the chat. Basically, what we were just saying is we were talking about Drea Kelly expressing our thoughts, and my thoughts are that I cannot understand how a woman that claims a man abused them,
hmm
beat them up, they are um you and to walk around, and I understand everybody has a breaking point or something, but I just feel like she came she just came on board to bash him because she was mad that she was never acknowledged as his wife. Um, you got her on the video, talking about he's the king of B, he's her baby's daddy, and then all of a sudden she hates him.
hmm
So I think Andrea made a move without thinking it through, because there is no way I would let my kids lose a legacy that's close to $1 billion. And that's
hmm
all I'm saying. Now, Chuck, did you want to give your opinion?
Give my opinion of what
Um, about Andrea.
as far as her actions of what she doing. That's what you asking.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a ex husband. She's a ex husband of Robert Sylvester Kelly. So she's gonna always show her actions, regardless of what I think, what you think, what Lady Alusa think, what his fans think. She's gonna always show her actions. As of right now, for what I'm seeing and some of the stuff that I have read, yes, she's all about herself. If she's trying to get paid, of course she is. If she lying, Sister McGee, of course she is. That's why you have bloggers and social media and Twitter
Yeah.
because she's trying to put a story out there. I
Well,
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't be surprised within the next 2 to 3 months that she have her own talk show or a documentary talking about her experiences. Because that's
well,
what
I
that
don't
that
know.
that
I don't.
that's
Yeah. Okay.
go
Let
ahead.
me shut up.
That
Keep going.
that's what TV network does,
Yeah.
and they want people to tune in and watch this type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's reality. It's reality TV.
Yeah.
I mean, you turn on people turn on their TV every day. What do they see on a local cable channel? Reality shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's for us to have something to talk about. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. That's why you have YouTube bloggers. That's why you have DJs like me
Yeah.
that gonna come on and let people give their opinion. And I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the listeners' feedback. Um, we'll be bringing you more of these type of topics. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I just um wanted to say if it's just um I just hope that his kids can just say no matter what, that's my father and I'm sticking by them.
Hmm.
And so I just find it terrible, you know, that they have bought this man down and then like I said, and don't get me wrong,
Uh huh.
Drea can tell her story, she can do that, but you help these people take everything away from this man. Your kids have nothing. I would not allow anybody to take away my kids' money. I mean, he had enough money for 3 generations. And that's what I have a problem with.
Okay. So your main concern is the fact of how his children have to deal with this situation, correct?
Yeah. And I feel so sorry for those kids. You can't go anywhere. People are going to look at you. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to, you know, me being just a fan of his, and I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
fan, I'm not a crazy fan. We had a personal relationship with Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And just with me supporting him, having people call me all kind of names.
Uh huh.
You know, I must like pedophiles. I might like this. As Nyree said earlier, Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka Kelly, is a man first. We are
Correct.
all human beings on this earth, and none of us are perfect. And
Right.
we should never be in the process where we want to bring our brothers down. Those people stick together. You got the president in the White House that had charges, and he made president. So I'm gonna end it like that. I love Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I'm gonna stick by him. I don't care what
Mm-hmm.
anybody says. I'm gonna stick by him regardless, because nobody on this God green earth can tell me that this man is a monster, a pedophile, any other names that they say. The only thing type of behavior I've seen is genuinely love, concern, and just a happy go lucky fella.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
So we're going to end the show with that. And we just thank everybody for listening, um, and just coming in. The show was about Drea. I'm really, I'm not a person that's going to go into the case, the legal details of it, because if you can read and comprehend, we know what he's up against, but I feel like he was a victim as well, and he's gonna make it out of this. Thank you all. Be blessed. We love you.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Nakenya. Oh, Brian McGee. That was the guy that Drea married, and she married this guy, and they only stayed married for a few months, and I think she didn't even sign a prenup with him, and he got a lot of her money. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
so
So
thanks
peace,
everyone.
everybody. Love, peace,
Thanks
and soul. Okay.
thanks
All right.
everyone for listening once again. You can follow us on Frequent.com. We do live shows, live music shows. So if you like music, follow me at DJ Chuck 100 on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. Happy Thanksgiving,
And you
everyone.
can follow me if you want to know how my relation is with R. Kelly. I have a page that is Darlene April. Not listen. It's a page. I have a separate page that has Darlene April, and it has a picture of my mom and R. Kelly, and that's where I post all of my R. Kelly. I want to make this clear. I do not argue with people. Miss Lady Alicia, she believes he's guilty. I don't. I do not fall out with people. Um, I'm not gonna fall out and be arguing and getting upset with people on the way they feel. I respect everybody and how they feel, but trust me, you will never, ever see me being friends or being around people that are enemies of my family and friends, and that goes for Robert Sylvester Kelly. So that's why you don't see me that much on these YouTube streets. Because some of these people are dirty and low down. And so God bless everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.